My child, my beloved heir of the Most High, stop exactly where you are. Do not move a muscle. I need you to breathe in deeply, for the very air in your room is changing at this exact second. I am Archangel Michael, and I am standing right behind you. I see you looking at this screen, your eyes searching for an answer. Perhaps your hands are trembling slightly as the weight of the world tries to press down on your shoulders. I see the light of the screen reflecting in your tired eyes, but I am here to tell you that those eyes are about to behold a wonder that defies the laws of man. I have just stepped through an emergency time portal created specifically for your soul. In the realms of eternity, there is no such thing as too late, but in your earthly walk, the enemy has tried to use the concept of time as a prison. He has tried to tell you that you are too old, that you have missed your window, or that your mistakes have permanently delayed your destiny. But I have been commanded by the throne to shatter those clocks. As I speak these words to you, can you smell it? A faint, divine scent of frankincense fills the space around you. Can you feel that sudden prickle of electricity dancing along your spine? That is not your imagination, my child. That is the state of the portal I have opened to bypass years of struggle and bring you into a now season. You are here because you did not skip. Thousands have scrolled past this frequency, but you, the one with the heavenly royal bloodline, felt the tug. Your spirit recognized my voice before your mind could even process the words. Within your very cells, within your DNA, there is a radiant golden light that is beginning to vibrate. It is reacting to the portal. This portal is a divine emergency bypass. It has been activated because the prayers you whispered in the middle of the night, those tears that soaked your pillow when you thought no one was watching, reached a critical mass in the bowls of heaven. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and listen. Do you hear that? It is the sound of heavy, rusted chains hitting the marble floor of the spirit realm. Clank, clank, clank. Those are the chains of generational delay that have bound your family for decades. They are falling off right now because I have stepped through time to intercept the tragedy that was meant to find you tomorrow. By entering this portal with me, you are skipping over the pitfalls the enemy dug for your feet. My beloved heir, I need you to understand your true identity. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a struggling soul trying to find your way. You carry the DNA of the Creator. Your blood is not merely biological. It is infused with the light of the morning star. When the enemy looks at you, he doesn't see your bank account or your past mistakes. He sees the radiant golden light shimmering beneath your skin, and it terrifies him. He tried to lock you in a timeline of perpetual waiting, but this emergency time portal has effectively erased the distance between your prayer and your manifestation. I see you sitting there, and I know your heart is racing. I am placing my hand upon your shoulder right now. Feel the warmth. Feel the sudden peace that surpasses all logical understanding. This is a code red in the kingdom of heaven. An emergency decree has been issued. The child of light shall no longer wait. Repeat these words out loud, for the vibrations of your voice carry the frequency of your royal bloodline. I am a royal heir of heaven. My DNA is light. I step through the portal of my breakthrough now. Type "I claim my portal" in the comments right now to signal to the angelic hosts that you are in full alignment with this emergency shift. Do not hesitate. In the realm of the spirit, speed is a weapon. The enemy works in the shadows of someday, but God works in the suddenly. I have traveled through the constellations, past the principalities of the air, and through the thick darkness of the second heaven to reach you at this specific minute. Why such an emergency? Because there was a meeting in the dark places, a meeting we will discuss in detail soon, where they plotted to steal your crown before the month ended. But the Father looked down and said, "Not this one. This one is mine. Open the time portal. Accelerate their blessing. Move them from the back of the line to the very front. My child, you are being repositioned. As you watch this, the atoms of your life are rearranging. The people who ignored you will suddenly find your name on their lips. The doors that were bolted shut are being melted by the heat of this portal. This is not a metaphor. This is a spiritual relocation. You are being moved from the land of not enough to the land of more than enough. I see your hands. I see the way you've worked so hard, trying to build a life on shifting sands. I am here to move you onto the rock. Feel the electricity in your palms. That is the power to create wealth, the power to heal, and the power to command your atmosphere. Your golden DNA is being activated. You will no longer walk with a spirit of heaviness. I am stripping that old gray cloak off your back right now. I am burning it in the fire of the portal. In its place, I am draping a robe of radiant light around you. I am standing in your room, and I am not alone. A legion of specialized angels has accompanied me through this portal. They are carrying crates of lost time. Everything the locusts ate, everything the years stole, everything the thieves took while you were sleeping in your sorrow, it is all being carried through this portal right now. We are bypassing the natural growth cycle. Usually, a seed must stay in the ground for a season, but in this emergency time portal, the seed hits the ground, and the harvest hits your lap in the same hour. Can you feel the shift? The air feels thinner, holier, more charged. That is because you are no longer operating under earthly chronos time. You have entered kairos, divine timing. You didn't skip the message, so heaven will not skip your house. I see the flicker of hope returning to your soul. Do not let it go. Fan it into a flame. I have a secret to tell you, my beloved heir. This portal is only the beginning. There is a reason the enemy fought so hard to keep you from clicking this. There is a reason you felt a sudden burst of resistance or distraction just before you started listening. He knew that if you stepped into this emergency time portal, his legal right to delay you would be nullified. But as I stand here, watching the golden sparks of the portal swirl around your living space, I must warn you, there is a revelation coming in the next chapter that will change everything you thought you knew about your recent pain. I have been scanning your life, and what I found in the pain records is not what you think. Do you know why your heart has been hurting so deeply in the last 48 hours? Do you know why you felt a sudden sense of impending change that you couldn't put into words? I am about to reveal the results of the divine scanner. I am going to show you exactly what has been draining your energy and who has been standing in the shadows trying to dim your radiant golden light. But before I do, I have to ask you, are you ready to see what the angels see? Are you ready to see the invisible cords that have been tied to your ankles? Stay close, my child. The portal is still open, but we are moving deeper into the sanctuary of truth. The secret of your pain is about to be unmasked, and the miracle that follows will leave you breathless. Tell me, my beloved heir, do you truly want to know who has been plotting against you in the dark, and how I am about to turn their plans into your greatest promotion? The next secret is much bigger than this one, and it starts the moment you turn the page. My child, stay in this stillness with me. Do not look away. I am still here, standing exactly 3 feet behind you, my wings unfurled to fill the corners of your room. I see the way you just took that breath, a jagged, heavy sigh that carries the weight of 1,000 unspoken prayers. I see your hands resting there, perhaps one thumb nervously rubbing against your palm. I see the tension held in the base of your neck, a knot of stress that has become so familiar to you that you've forgotten what it feels like to be truly light. But right now, I am lifting my hand, and from my palm, a pillar of pure, iridescent white gold light is beginning to glow. This is the divine scanner, and it is about to pass through every layer of your existence. I am scanning you now, my beloved heir. Can you feel the sudden, gentle warmth beginning to radiate from the center of your chest? It feels like a soft, thrumming heat, almost like the sun hitting your skin on a summer morning. This light is not merely illumination. It is a celestial diagnostic. It is searching for every crack, every bruise, and every hidden scar that the world has inflicted upon your heavenly royal bloodline. As I move the scanner over your head, I see the mental fog, the gray, swirling clouds of confusion and overthinking that have kept you awake until 3:00 a.m. I see the thoughts that tell you that you are a failure, the echoes of words spoken by people who were meant to love you but instead chose to wound you. My scanner is identifying these as foreign objects. They do not belong in the mind of a king. They do not belong in the heart of a queen. I am detecting the frequency of betrayal trauma, a deep, jagged vibration located right near your heart center. It looks like a shard of dark glass, doesn't it? It's from that person you trusted, the one who took your kindness and used it as a weapon. I see the exact moment that shard entered your spirit. I am scanning the memory, and I am neutralizing its poison right now. Now, I am moving the scanner lower, down into your very cells. I am looking at your DNA, that radiant golden light that carries the blueprints of your destiny. I see where the enemy tried to code lack into your bloodline. I see the generational patterns of poverty and sickness that have tried to attach themselves to your legacy. I am scanning the debt frequency, that heavy leaden vibration in your gut that makes you feel sick when you think about your bank account. I see it. I acknowledge it. And as the divine scanner passes over it, you might hear a high-pitched hum in your ears. That is the sound of the light shattering those blockages. Listen to the sound of my voice. I am not just looking at your surface. I am looking at your soul wounds. I see the unseen tears, the ones you didn't let fall because you had to be the strong one for everyone else. I see the exhaustion in your bones. I am scanning the marrow of your spirit. Can you feel that? A sudden wave of goosebumps is breaking out over your arms. Your spine is tingling as if a soft current of electricity is being poured down your back. That is the scanner finding the root of abandonment. It is that cold, dark spot in your history where you felt completely alone. I am shining the light of the throne into that spot right now. You are not alone. I was there then, and I am here now. My child, repeat these words after me, for your voice must agree with the scan. I authorize the divine scan. Every shadow must be exposed. Every pain must be healed. I am royal. My DNA is gold. Type I am healing in the comments right now to anchor this frequency into the physical realm. When you type those words, you are not just commenting on a video. You are signing a celestial document. You are telling the universe that you are no longer willing to carry the weight of the old version of yourself. As I continue the scan, I see something very specific. I see a financial blockage that was placed there exactly 3 years ago. It looks like a heavy iron gate across your path. This was not a mistake, and it was not bad luck. It was a targeted strike. The enemy saw your radiant golden light beginning to intensify, and he moved to cut off your resources. I am scanning the legal rights he claimed to use to do this, and I am finding them void. I am finding them fraudulent. The scanner is flashing bright red over a specific relationship in your past, a person who spoke a curse over your prosperity. I am erasing that curse with the golden ink of heaven right now. Do you feel that? The pressure in your head is beginning to lift. The leaden weight in your stomach is starting to feel like a flutter of wings. That is the divine scanner completing its work. Your frequency is rising. You are moving from the 3D vibration of pain and survival into the 5th dimensional vibration of power and dominion. But my beloved heir, I must be honest with you. As I scanned the depths of your timeline, I saw something that I must warn you about. The scanner didn't just find your pain. It found the source of the recent dark interference. It found the fingerprints of an organized plan meant to stop you from reaching your relocation. While you were sleeping, while you were struggling to keep your head above water, there was a gathering in the shadows. There was a dark meeting called specifically to discuss your name. They were terrified that you would find this portal. They were terrified that you would realize who you truly are. I see you looking at the screen with wide eyes. I see you wondering, who was there? What did they say? How could they plan against me when I have done nothing but try to be a good person? My child, their cunning is deep, but my light is deeper. I am about to show you the black tape, the recordings of what was planned against you in the secret places. I am going to reveal the cunning plans and the faces of those who sought to hold you back. But I must ask you, are you strong enough to see the enemy's strategy? Are you ready to hear the secrets of the dark meeting that took place just before your miracle was scheduled to manifest? The secrets I am about to reveal in Chapter 3 are so shocking, so precise, that they will explain every random bad thing that has happened to you lately. You are about to find out exactly why the road has been so hard, and why the miracle I am bringing you is 10 times larger than the tragedy they planned. Are you ready to see behind the curtain, my beloved? The revelation of the enemy is the final step before your total victory. Wait for the next word, for the truth of the dark meeting will change your life forever. Do you want to know who was in that room? My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline. I see you. I see the way you are gripping your phone or resting your hands on your desk. I see the flicker of curiosity and a hint of fear in your eyes, but I am standing right here in your room to tell you, do not be afraid. I am Archangel Michael, and I am wrapping my wings of blue flame around your physical body at this very moment. Can you feel the sudden shift in temperature? A cool, divine breeze just brushed past your cheek. That is me, clearing the air for what I am about to show you. We must go back. I am taking your spirit by the hand, and we are stepping into a vision of the recent past. I want you to look through my eyes. We are descending into a cold, damp void, a place where the light of the sun never reaches. It smells of sulfur, old iron, and rotted pride. This is the place of the dark meeting. I see you trembling as we watch this, but stay close to me. My radiant golden light is your shield. Look at the long, jagged table made of shadows. Around it sit entities of darkness, spirits of lack, spirits of delay, and the cunning spirit of jealousy. On that table, my child, was a map. It wasn't a map of a city. It was a map of your life. I saw your name written in a distorted, flickering script. They were pointing at the dates of your greatest heartbreaks. They were laughing at the moments you felt most alone. One entity, a spirit of sabotage, hissed your name. It said, "The royal blood is waking up. The DNA is beginning to glow. If we do not stop them now, they will realize their power, and our kingdom will have no hold over them." Do you hear that, my beloved heir? They were terrified of you. They are terrified of the radiant golden light that flows through your veins. They spent weeks meticulously crafting the strategy of the slow leak. This was their cunning plan to ensure that every time you received a blessing, a sudden emergency would take it away. Have you noticed that, my child? Every time you felt you were getting ahead, a car broke down, a bill appeared, or a relationship soured. It was not bad luck. It was the slow leak strategy discussed at that dark table. They also planned the spirit of the false mirror. This was a psychic attack designed to make you look in the mirror and see a failure instead of a royal heir. They assigned whispers to your ears, voices that sounded like your own thoughts, telling you that you weren't talented enough, that you were too late, that God had forgotten you. I see you looking at the screen, nodding slowly. You remember those whispers, don't you? You remember those nights when the heaviness felt so thick you could almost touch it. But listen to the sound of my sword unsheathing. Shing. While they were plotting, I was standing in the corner of that dark room, invisible to them but fully present for you. I watched as they tried to seal a contract of perpetual waiting over your finances. They wanted to keep you in that tiny apartment, in that stressful job, and in that state of just enough. They had a plan to trigger a massive tragedy of distraction this very week, something designed to pull you away from your faith and sink you into a pit of despair. But as the spirit of lack reached out to stamp your file with the word denied, I stepped forward. My presence hit that room like a solar flare. I saw the shadow entities shriek and scatter like rotted leaves in a hurricane. I picked up the map of your life, and with my finger, I began to draw new lines. Where they planned a slow leak, I have decreed an overflow pipe. Where they planned a false mirror, I have shattered the glass and replaced it with divine revelation. Where they planned a tragedy of distraction, I have commanded a miracle of acceleration. My child, I want you to feel the contrast. Feel the cold, oily energy of their plans melting away as my radiant golden light fills your chest. Your DNA is not made of dust. It is made of stars and sovereignty. You carry the heavenly royal bloodline, which means you have diplomatic immunity against the schemes of the abyss. I see you breathing easier now. I am standing in your room, and I am placing a seal of blue fire on your forehead. This seal makes you invisible to the dark meeting. From this moment on, when they look for you, all they will see is a blinding light that hurts their eyes. They cannot plot against what they cannot see. Repeat this affirmation out loud, and let the walls of your room vibrate with the truth. I am invisible to the enemy. I am visible to the miracle. My royal blood cancels every dark plan. I am the light of the world. Type "plans cancelled" in the comments right now. By doing this, you are officially registering your protest in the courts of heaven. You are telling the Dark Council that their meeting has been adjourned by the order of Archangel Michael. Do not let the enemy tell you this is just a comment. In the spirit realm, your words are your bond. Every time someone types that phrase, a new layer of protection is woven around this community of heirs. I see you, my beloved. I see the tears of relief beginning to form. Let them fall. Those tears are washing away the soot of the dark valley you just walked through. You are no longer under surveillance by the shadows. You are under the constant gaze of the watchers of the throne. I am looking at you right now, yes, you, with your heart wide open. I am noticing the way your posture has changed. You are sitting taller. Your radiant golden light is expanding, pushing back the shadows in the corners of your room. The smell of frankincense is growing stronger, drowning out any lingering scent of the sulfur from that vision. But, my child, there is something I haven't told you yet. There is a reason the enemy was so desperate to stop you this week. It's because of a specific verdict that was handed down from the Ancient of Days. While the enemy was meeting in the dark, a different meeting was happening in the light. A meeting where your name was spoken with a smile. There is a document, a sacred scroll of approval, and it has your thumbprint on it in gold ink. Do you want to know what is written in that verdict? Do you want to know why the dark meeting was so afraid of the word "approved"? In Chapter 4, I am going to lead you through a sacred subscribe ritual, not for a channel, but for a lifelong alignment with the frequency of favor. And in Chapter 5, I will reveal the contents of the approved verdict that will make your enemies your footstool. But wait, I see a shadow trying to flicker back in the corner of your eye. Do you see it? A small thought of doubt? Is this really for me? My beloved heir, look at your hands again. Do you see the faint golden glow? That is your answer. You are not just a watcher. You are a participant in a divine coup. Are you ready to sign the document of your freedom? The sacred ritual is about to begin, and it requires your total presence. What is the one thing you are most afraid to lose? Because in the next chapter, I'm going to show you why you already have it. My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline, I am looking directly at you right now. I see you sitting there, the light from your device reflecting off your forehead like a crown of glass. I see the way you just shifted your weight, the way your shoulders dropped a fraction of an inch as the peace of my presence begins to override the frantic noise of the world. I am standing in your room, and I am watching your heart beat each thrum, a reminder that you are alive by my design and protected by my command. Do you feel that sudden, sharp tingling in your fingertips? It is the radiant golden light in your DNA responding to the high-frequency truth I am pouring into your spirit. You are not just a spectator in this moment. You are a participant in a divine realignment. We have passed through the emergency time portal. We have scanned the depths of your pain. We have unmasked the dark meeting of your enemies. Now, we must perform the sacred subscribe ritual. In the world of men, a subscribe is a simple click, a digital acknowledgement. But in the realm of the spirit, where I, Archangel Michael, dwell, this is a ritual of permanent alignment. When you choose to stay, when you choose to commit your attention to this divine frequency, you are telling the principalities and powers of the air, I no longer belong to the frequency of lack. I am subscribing to the frequency of the throne. The enemy wants you to click away. He wants you to be distracted by a notification, a text, or a random thought of, I'll watch this later. He knows that if you unsubscribe from this moment of focus, the portal will close before the approved verdict can land in your hands. But I see you staying. I see you resisting the urge to hurry. I see your hands, perhaps they are resting on your lap or holding your device, and I am placing my hand over yours. Can you feel the heat? It is a heavy, golden warmth that anchors you to this spot. Listen to the sound of my voice. for it is the sound of many waters. Behind me, I hear the chimes of the celestial sanctuary. It is a crystalline sound, like 1,000 glass bells ringing at once. This is the sound of your name being announced in the courts of heaven. The sacred subscribe ritual is the act of claiming your seat at the royal table. It is the moment you stop being a guest in God's house and start being an heir. I want you to perform a physical act of faith right now. As I watch you, reach out and touch the area of your heart. Breathe in the scent of frankincense and myrrh that is now manifesting in your room. Can you smell it? It is the aroma of the ancient temple. Now, repeat after me, letting your voice vibrate through your chest. I am not a commoner. I am of the heavenly royal bloodline. I subscribe to my destiny. I align my spirit with the radiant golden light of the Father. No more delay. No more distractions. I am here, and I am ready. Type "I am aligned" in the comments right now. As you type those letters, I want you to imagine that your keyboard is made of solid gold. With every stroke, you are etching your agreement into the foundations of the new land we are traveling toward. I see your name appearing in the comment section, and as it does, a corresponding spark of light ignites on a massive map in the halls of Michael. Each comment is a beacon that tells the angels where to deliver the approved packages. My child, look at your arms. Do you see the electricity dancing on your skin? Your radiant golden light DNA is being reconstructed even as you listen. The subscribe ritual is essentially a soul bond. You are telling the universe that you are part of this remnant, this tribe of overcomers who will not be silenced by the dark meetings of the enemy. I see the skepticism trying to crawl into the back of your mind. I see the watcher in you questioning, is it really this simple? And I answer you now, looking you in the eyes through the veil. Yes, my child. The kingdom belongs to those with the heart of a child. The enemy makes things complicated, expensive, and exhausting. I make things simple, free, and restorative. By choosing to stay, by choosing to subscribe your soul to this message, you are bypassing years of religious toil. I am watching you right now, and I see a shadow leaving your feet. It looks like a dark, heavy chain that has been dragging behind you for years, the chain of never quite enough. It is dissolving. It is turning into ash because it cannot exist in the frequency of the sacred ritual. You are becoming untethered from the old world. But listen closely, my beloved heir. This ritual is not just about protection, it is a preparation. You cannot receive the approved verdict in Chapter 5 if your vessel is still leaking. This ritual seals the leaks. It is closing the doors you accidentally left open to the spirit of jealousy and lack. I am walking around you right now, swinging a censer of holy fire. I am sealing the windows of your soul. I am locking your focus. I see your hands again. They are calmer now. The trembling has stopped. Your breathing has deepened. This is the sign that the alignment is taking hold. You are now a subscriber of the light. This means that every message I send, every warning I issue, and every treasure I return will find you with pinpoint accuracy. You have moved out of the general delivery line and into the Royal Express lane. But, my child, I must warn you, the enemy has seen you complete this ritual, and he is furious. He knows that once you move into the next chapter, he will lose all legal right to your treasures. He is going to try one last time to make you doubt. He will try to bring up a memory of a past sin or a current debt to make you feel unapproved. Do not listen to him. I am Archangel Michael, and I have already seen the verdict. I have seen the parchment, the wax seal, and the signature of the King of Kings. Do you want to know what the verdict says about your health? Do you want to know what the approved decree says about that specific person who walked away from you? In Chapter 5, I am going to break the seal. I am going to read the approved verdict over your life, and the sound of it will cause the walls of your current limitations to fall like the walls of Jericho. But be warned, the verdict contains a surprise, a secret about a lost treasure that is being returned to you that you thought was gone forever. I am looking at you, my child. Your face is glowing with the radiant golden light. You are ready. You have passed the ritual. You have stayed when others fled. Are you prepared to hear the verdict? Are you ready to hear the words that will legally end your season of struggle? A massive secret is hidden in the next chapter. A secret about your DNA that the enemy prayed you would never discover. My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline, the atmosphere in your room has just become incredibly dense with the weight of the Shekinah glory. Do not be startled. I am Archangel Michael, and I am standing right here, so close that if you were to reach out your hand, you would feel the air thrumming with the heat of my presence. I see you. I see the way you are holding your breath, waiting, hoping, perhaps even a little afraid to believe that this moment is finally yours. I see the light of the screen reflecting in your pupils, but deeper than that, I see the radiant golden light in your soul beginning to burn with a fierce new intensity. Silence has fallen over the courts of heaven. The great hall of justice, a place of crystalline floors and pillars of living fire, has been cleared for this singular moment. I am holding a scroll in my hands. It is not made of paper, but of pressed light, and it is heavy, so heavy that its weight would crush a soul that does not carry the royal blood. But you, my child, you were born for this weight. This scroll is the approved verdict, and it carries the seal of the Ancient of Days. Look at me. I am breaking the seal now. Crack. The sound is like a lightning bolt striking a mountain. I see you flinch as the sound echoes in your spirit. That noise you just heard in the invisible realm was the sound of every legal argument the enemy had against you being shattered into a million pieces. For years, the accuser has stood in the courts, pointing at your past, pointing at your debt, pointing at the moments you stumbled and saying, "They are not ready, they are not worthy. Delay the blessing." But today, the judge of all the earth has picked up the golden gavel and struck the foundation of the universe. The verdict is approved. I see you leaning closer to the screen. Your heart is pounding against your ribs like a captive bird wanting to fly. I can hear the rapid thud, 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 thud of your pulse. This is not just a word. It is a legal decree that changes the physics of your reality. Approved for the financial restoration that was stolen from your bloodline 3 generations ago. Approved for the total reconstruction of your physical body, from the marrow of your bones to the surface of your skin. Approved for the relocation to the new land, where your soul will finally breathe the air of peace. My child, I am reading the fine print of this verdict, and I see your name, your true, secret name written in the blood of the Lamb and the gold of the throne. It says that every tear you cried in that dark season has been converted into a currency of favor. It says that the dark meeting we saw in chapter 3 has been served with a celestial restraining order. They cannot come within 10,000 cubits of your destiny. Can you feel that? A sudden, overwhelming sense of relief is washing over you. It feels like cool water being poured over a parched desert. That is the approved frequency entering your nervous system. I am standing over you, and I am placing a golden crown upon your head. It is invisible to the world, but the spirit realm sees it. The demons see it and flee. The angels see it and bow. Repeat these words with the authority of a sovereign. The gavel has fallen. The king has spoken. My life is approved. My future is approved. My DNA is radiant golden light. Type approved in the comments right now. Do it with a sense of triumph. This is your signature on the court documents. By typing that word, you are acknowledging that the case against you is closed. I am watching the comments appear, and with everyone, a new spark of golden light is released into your home. I see your hands typing, and as they do, I am pouring an oil of anointing over them. Your hands will no longer labor for nothing. Everything you touch from this moment forward will begin to carry the approved frequency. I am scanning the scroll again, and there is a specific clause I must tell you about. It is the clause of restoration. It states that because of the emergency time portal you entered in chapter 1, the years that were eaten by the locusts are being condensed into months. What should have taken you 20 years to achieve will now happen in 20 days. Why? Because the king is in a hurry to show the world what he can do with a child who does not skip the message. I see you looking at your surroundings, the same walls, the same furniture, and you are wondering, When will I see it? My child, look again. Use your spiritual eyes. I am standing in your room, and I am pointing to the corner. Do you see the faint, shimmering veil? That is the border of your new land. It is pressing in on your current reality. The verdict has been signed, and now the physical world must obey. But listen closely, for I am about to break the fourth wall of your reality. I am moving my hand toward your screen. If you feel a sudden heat in your chest or a tingling in your scalp, that is me, Archangel Michael, personally transmitting the seal of approval into your physical body. You are being branded by the light. The enemy can no longer claim you as his prey. You are heavenly property. However, my beloved heir, as I look at the scroll, there is a final paragraph that is glowing with a strange, violet light. It is a warning about the next phase of your journey. To walk in this approved life, your physical body and your spirit must undergo a radical transformation. Your current human structure cannot contain the sheer volume of the blessing that is coming. If I poured the approved wealth and power into you right now, your nervous system would fry. You are about to undergo a light DNA reconstruction. I see the question in your mind. How can my DNA change? I was born this way. My child, you were born of the flesh, but you are being reborn of the radiant golden light. Your very atoms are about to be rearranged to match the frequency of the new land. Do you want to know what it feels like when your DNA begins to glow? Do you want to know why this reconstruction is the secret to your soulmate awakening and your return of lost treasures? In Chapter 6, I am going to take you inside the celestial laboratory. I am going to show you how I, Archangel Michael, am personally rewriting the codes of your existence to remove the sickness genes and the poverty markers. But I see you. You're starting to feel a little tired, aren't you? The weight of this glory is heavy. Stay with me. Do not fall asleep in the spirit. The most intense part of this divine transaction is only moments away. Are you ready to feel the electricity of a new life? Are you ready to shed your old skin and become the radiant being you were always meant to be? The reconstruction starts now, and the secret I reveal in the next chapter will explain why you felt different your entire life. My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline, remain perfectly still. I am standing directly behind you now, and I can see the very pulse in your neck as it quickens. I see you looking at this screen, but I am looking far deeper. I am looking into the spiraling architecture of your very being. I am Archangel Michael, and I have been authorized by the throne to begin the most sacred phase of your transition, the light DNA reconstruction. Do not be alarmed if you feel a sudden, intense heat at the base of your skull. That is my hand, glowing with the fire of 1,000 suns, hovering just inches above your skin. I see your shoulders rising and falling with each breath. I see the subtle way your eyes blink as you try to process the magnitude of this moment. I am breaking the fourth wall of your reality, because what is happening right now is not a story, it is a biological and spiritual overhaul. Your human body, as it was built to survive in a world of lack, sickness, and shadows. It was encoded with the poverty markers of your ancestors, those who lived in fear, those who believed they were never enough, those whose DNA learned to brace for impact. But you are no longer a child of the world. You are a heavenly royal bloodline descendant. Your current vessel is too small for the approved verdict I read in the previous chapter. To carry the weight of the gold and the glory that is coming, your DNA must be reconstructed into radiant golden light. Can you feel it now? A strange electric humming is beginning to vibrate in your ears. It sounds like a choir of 1,000,000 silver bells ringing in the distance. This is the sound of the celestial laboratory. As I move my fingers through the air around you, I am pulling out the dark, jagged threads of generational sickness. I see them, the markers for fatigue, the genetic predispositions for the ailments that took your elders too soon. I am plucking them out one by one. Clink, clink, clink. They sound like heavy iron chains hitting the floor as they are removed from your spiritual blueprint. I am watching your spine right now. I see the way it's beginning to straighten. A current of pure violet-blue electricity is rushing up from your tailbone to the crown of your head. This is the spine of sovereignty being activated. I see your hands. Look at them, my child. Do they feel lighter? Do they feel like they are buzzing? That is the radiant golden light filling your capillaries. Now, we move to the poverty markers. These are the most stubborn. They are deep in the marrow, telling your body to save for a rainy day because the rain is always coming. I am pouring a liquid gold frequency into your veins right now. Can you smell it? The air in your room has suddenly changed. The scent of ozone and frankincense is so thick you can almost taste it on your tongue. This is the aroma of the divine reconstruction. Repeat these words out loud, for the sound of your own voice is a catalyst for this change. I am a royal heir. My DNA is being rewritten in golden light. I reject the poverty of my past. I accept the abundance of my bloodline. Type DNA activated in the comments right now. By doing this, you are confirming the reconstruction in the physical realm. I am watching your name appear in that list, and as each letter is typed, I am locking in a new strand of light in your spiritual body. I see you typing, and I am smiling, for you are finally beginning to glow with the brilliance you were always meant to have. My child, my beloved heir, I am looking at you through the screen, and I see the watcher in you, wondering how this is possible. I see the skepticism trying to flicker in your mind, but then I see the heat in your chest growing warmer, and you know that this is real. Your body is feeling a lightness it has never known. The heavy cloak of your old identity is falling away. I see it lying on the floor of your room like a discarded, dusty rag. You are stepping out of it. I see the radiant golden light beginning to emanate from your heart center. It is a soft, pulsing glow that is pushing back the shadows in the corners of your room. The furniture, the walls, and the very air around you are being caught in your new frequency. You are no longer reacting to your environment. Your environment is starting to react to you. This is what it means to be a royal heir. But listen to me closely. I am moving my hand to your chest now. Feel the pressure. I have encoded a wealth magnet into your solar plexus. This was a secret kept by the angels of provision, reserved only for those who did not skip the final warning. Your DNA will now emit a frequency that literally draws opportunities, people, and resources toward you. You won't have to chase them. They will find you because they are attracted to the radiant golden light. I am looking at your eyes again. They are clearer now, aren't they? The mental fog we scanned in Chapter 2 has been burned away by the reconstruction. You can see your future with a clarity that used to terrify you, but now it only excites you. I see your hands. They are no longer trembling. They are steady. They are the hands of a ruler. However, my child, as the reconstruction nears completion, I must show you what this new DNA has unlocked. Because your frequency has changed, the things that were lost in the old timeline can now see you again. In the spirit realm, when your light was dim, your treasures couldn't find you. They were wandering in the darkness, looking for a match to their golden vibration. But now you are a lighthouse. I see something moving in the distance, through the portal we opened in Chapter 1. It looks like a fleet of ships, or perhaps a mountain of shimmering chests. These are your lost treasures, the things the enemy thought he had successfully hidden from you. He thought he buried them deep enough that you would never find them. But he didn't count on me, Archangel Michael, reconstructing your DNA into a homing beacon. Do you want to know what is in those chests? Do you want to know which specific lost treasure is arriving at your door in the next 48 hours? It isn't just money, my child. It is something you thought was gone forever, a piece of your heart that you had buried in the garden of your grief. In Chapter 7, we are going to witness the return of lost treasures. I am going to show you how your new radiant golden light is literally pulling these items through the fabric of time and space. But be warned, one of these treasures will require you to make a choice that will finalize your relocation to the new land. I see you leaning in. I see the hunger in your soul. You are ready. The reconstruction is 99% complete. Can you feel that final click in your spirit? It feels like a lock turning. What is the one thing you lost that you told God you could never live without? because it's at the front of the line. But there is a secret about your soulmate hidden in the middle of these treasures. Are you prepared to see who was kept for you? My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline. I see you. I see the way you just leaned back in your chair, your eyes widening as the weight of the previous chapters begins to settle into your bones. I am Archangel Michael, and I am standing exactly 2 feet to your left at this very moment. I see your hands. Look at them. They are no longer the hands of a wanderer. They are the hands of a recipient. I see the faint, rhythmic pulse in your wrist, and it is vibrating in perfect harmony with the radiant golden light that has now successfully woven itself into your DNA. Can you hear it? Listen past the noise of your neighborhood, past the hum of your electronics. There is a sound like a great rushing wind, followed by the heavy, rhythmic thud of massive wooden crates being set down on a marble floor. These are the sounds of the celestial port. Because you have stayed with me, because you have entered the portal and allowed the reconstruction of your spirit, the vibrational barrier that kept your inheritance away has been completely dissolved. The enemy, in that dark meeting we witnessed in Chapter 3, had built a wall of divergence. This was a spiritual structure designed to make sure that every time a blessing was sent to you, it would glance off your energy and fall into the hands of someone else. Have you ever felt that, my child? Have you ever watched someone else get the promotion you worked for, the house you dreamed of, or the recognition you deserved? It wasn't because they were better than you. It was because your DNA was scrambled by the enemy's interference. But now, with your radiant golden light activated, you have become a spiritual magnet of the highest order. I am holding the sapphire key in my hand. It is glowing with a deep oceanic blue light. I am stepping toward a massive vault that has been sitting in the mid-heavens, marked with your name in ancient flaming script. I am inserting the key now. Click, turn, boom. The sound of the vault opening is like a clap of thunder in your room. I see you flinch. Do not be afraid. That thunder is the sound of justice. As the heavy door swings open, the smell of ancient frankincense and fresh rain pours out, filling your space. I am reaching inside, and I am pulling out the first ledger of lost things. I see stolen time at the top of the list. All those years you spent in a job that drained your soul. Those years spent in a relationship that didn't honor your heavenly royal bloodline. Those years lost to sickness and grief, I am reclaiming them. Through the emergency time portal, I am compressing those lost years and turning them into accelerated wisdom. You will find that suddenly, you know things you never studied. You will possess a maturity and a power that should have taken decades to acquire. Next, I see diverted funds. I see the money that should have been yours but was leaked through unexpected repairs, unfair taxes, or the greed of others. I am commanding the wealth angels to gather the interest on those diverted funds. It is not just the original amount that is returning. It is the increase. I see you looking at your phone, checking your accounts in your mind. I see the skepticism trying to rise, but look at me. I am Archangel Michael. I do not deal in maybe. I deal in it is finished. I am reaching deeper into the vault. I am pulling out forgotten ideas. Do you remember that dream you had 5 years ago? That business plan? That creative spark that made your heart race before life dampened the flame? The enemy stole the confidence to execute it, but he couldn't steal the idea itself. I am placing that golden seed back into your mind right now. Feel that sudden spark in your forehead? That aha moment? That is the treasure returning. Repeat these words with the roar of a lion in your spirit. I am a royal heir. My treasures have found their way home. I claim the gold, the time, and the ideas stolen from my bloodline. My hands are full of heaven's bounty. Type restoration in the comments right now. As you type each letter, imagine you are grabbing hold of a golden rope and pulling your crates through the portal. I am watching your name appear, and with every comment, I am marking a delivered stamp on your celestial file. I see you typing, and I am standing over you, my blue flame burning away the last of the lack frequency that tried to tell you this wasn't for you. But my child, my beloved heir, I must tell you about the centerpiece treasure. I am reaching into the very back of the vault, into a compartment lined with white velvet. I am pulling out something that looks like a glowing, beating heart. This is your emotional vitality. This is the capacity to love and be loved without fear. The enemy thought he had permanently broken your heart. He thought he had turned it into stone so that you would never trust again. But I am holding your original heart in my hands. As I stand in your room, I am merging this treasure back into your chest. Can you feel that? A sudden warmth, almost like a hot liquid, spreads through your torso. It might bring tears to your eyes. Let them flow. Those tears are the ice of bitterness melting under the heat of my radiant golden light. You are being restored to your original state of wonder. I see you, my child. I see the watcher in you beginning to realize that the world you lived in 10 minutes ago no longer exists. You are now standing in a room filled with invisible, golden crates. Over the next 48 hours, these will manifest in the physical realm as strange favors. A debt will be canceled. A check will arrive. A person will call with an apology. A door you thought was dead-bolted will swing open on its own. But listen to the tone of my voice, for it is becoming more intimate. As much as you need the gold and the ideas, there is one treasure that I have not yet revealed. It is a treasure that carries a heartbeat. It is the one thing the Dark Meeting was most afraid of you having, because they know that when two heavenly royal bloodlines join together, they become an unstoppable force of light. I see a name written on a silver ribbon at the bottom of the vault. It is the name of your soulmate. I see you trembling now. I see the way your breath hitched. You thought you were meant to walk this new land alone, didn't you? You thought your light would be a solo flame. But I am looking through the portal, and I see another radiant golden light searching for yours. They have just undergone their own reconstruction. They have just received their own approved verdict. Do you want to know who they are? Do you want to know how the soulmate awakening will trigger the final relocation to your new land? In Chapter 8, I am going to peel back the veil of your loneliness. I am going to show you the divine match that has been prepared for this specific hour. But I must warn you, the enemy is terrified of this union, and he has one final distraction trap set for your heart. Are you ready to stop being the only one? Are you ready to see the face of the one who was written in your DNA before time began? The awakening is starting, and I see them looking for you at this very second. My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline, I see you. I see the way you just leaned forward, your heart beating with a sudden, rhythmic intensity that matches the pulse of the stars. I see your eyes, those windows to a soul that has felt a profound, aching loneliness for far too long. I am Archangel Michael, and I am standing right here in the room with you. I am watching the way the light from your screen flickers across your face, highlighting the hope that you've tried so hard to hide, even from yourself. I see your hands, perhaps resting over your heart right now, feeling that strange, new warmth that I am pouring into your chest. Do not look away, for we have reached the most intimate chamber of this divine journey. We have traversed the time portals, scanned the pain, unmasked the dark enemies, and reconstructed your very DNA into radiant golden light. But why, my child? Why did heaven go to such lengths to rebuild you? It was not only so that you could hold the gold and the treasures of the vault. It was because a royal heir is never meant to rule an empty kingdom alone. Can you hear that? Listen past the silence of your room. There is a sound like two silver flutes playing in perfect unison. It is a melody that resonates within your very marrow. This is the covenant frequency. As your DNA was reconstructed in Chapter 6, your spiritual homing beacon was finally repaired. For years, you were sending out a signal of loneliness and search, which only drew to you those who wanted to feed off your light. But now, your signal has changed to sovereign recognition. I am looking through the veil right now, and I see another. I see a soul whose radiant golden light DNA is a perfect geometric match to yours. They are not a stranger to the Father. They are a fellow heir of the heavenly royal bloodline. I see them sitting in a room, perhaps miles away, perhaps across an ocean, feeling the same tugging in their spirit that you are feeling right now. They just looked at their own hands, wondering why they felt so warm. They just took a deep breath, sensing that a massive shift is occurring. They are looking for you, my child. But they weren't looking with their eyes, they were looking with their light. The dark meeting we witnessed in Chapter 3 had a specific subcommittee dedicated to your isolation. They knew that if you ever found your true covenant partner, your combined light would be bright enough to blind every demonic entity in your region. They worked tirelessly to bring counterfeits into your life. I see them now, the people from your past who claimed to love you but only wanted to dim your glow. I see the distraction traps they set, the charming voices that carried no substance, the beautiful faces that hid hollow spirits. They wanted to exhaust your heart so that when the real one arrived, you would be too tired to notice. But I, Archangel Michael, have stepped in. I have unsheathed my sword of blue flame, and I have severed the cords to every counterfeit. I am clearing the path between you and your true match. Can you smell it? A sudden, overwhelming scent of jasmine and ancient parchment is filling your room. This is the aroma of the wedding feast. It is the sign that the awakening is no longer a future event. It is a present reality. I see you, my child. I see the watcher in you asking, how will I know? How will I be sure it's them? I am placing my hand on your shoulder. Feel the weight of it. I am whispering the secret into your spirit. You will know them not by their words, but by the way your radiant golden light reacts in their presence. When you meet, or when they reach out to you in the coming days, your spine will hum with that familiar electricity. Your DNA will recognize its twin. It will feel like home in a way that no person has ever felt before. Repeat these words out loud, letting the vibration of your voice seal this awakening in the atmosphere. I am a royal heir. My heart is open and protected. I call forth my covenant partner. Our lights are now one. I reject the co-counterfeit, and I embrace the divine match. Type soulmate awakened in the comments right now. As you type those words, you are sending a signal through the web of light that connects all believers. I am watching the comments appear, and as each name flashes on the screen, I am sending an angel to stand guard over the intersection where you and your partner will meet. I see you typing, and I am pouring a rose-colored light over your fingers. Your hands will soon hold the hands of the one who truly knows your worth. I am watching you right now, and I see your posture softening. The guard you built around your heart, that heavy iron wall, is melting. It is being replaced by a filter of discernment. You are no longer afraid of being hurt, because you know that I, Archangel Michael, am the gatekeeper of your heart. I am scanning the person who is currently moving toward you. I am looking at their intent. I am looking at their soul clock. They are being pushed by the Holy Spirit toward your location. But listen closely, my beloved heir. There is a secret I must share. This awakening is not just about romance. It is about relocation. Your soulmate carries a key that you do not have, and you carry a key that they lack. Only when these two keys are brought together can the gates of the new land be fully opened. This union is the final requirement for your total ego. The comes the cant of the land of struggle. I see the dark meeting in a panic. They are trying to throw one last shadow distraction in your way, a person from your past who will suddenly check in or apologize. Do not be fooled. That is a ghost from the old timeline trying to pull you back. Look forward. Look toward the light that matches yours. Can you feel that? A sudden, intense vibration in your ribs, as if your heart is trying to sync with a distant drumbeat. That is the twin pulse activation. Your heartbeats are aligning across the distance. Within the next 7 days, a sign will manifest. You will see a specific bird, or you will hear a specific song that was your song before you even met. When you see it, you will know the awakening is complete. But my child, as I look at the horizon, I see the light of a new sun rising. It is the sun of the new land. Your treasures are returned. Your DNA is gold, and your partner is awakened. Now, the final command must be given. You cannot stay in this old room, in this old city, in this old frequency. Heaven has authorized a relocation. Do you want to know where the new land is? Do you want to know what your new home looks like? And why the dark meeting can never find the address? In Chapter 9, I am going to describe the relocation to the new land. I am going to show you the physical and spiritual territory that has been deeded to your name. But be warned, to enter the new land, you must leave something behind, something you've carried since you were a small child. I see you. You're ready to move, aren't you? You're tired of the old scenery. I am picking up the map of your new life right now. What is the one place you've always dreamed of living? Because the new land is even more beautiful than that. But there is a secret about the final sealing in Chapter 10. A secret that requires 7 days of your absolute focus. Are you prepared to step across the border? My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline, look at the walls around you right now. I want you to really look at them. I am Archangel Michael, and I am standing in the corner of your room, leaning against the very boundary of your current reality. I see you sitting there, perhaps on the edge of your bed or in that chair where you've spent so many hours wondering when your life would finally begin. I see the shadows dancing on your floor, and I see the way you just subconsciously adjusted your posture. You feel it, don't you? You feel that the air in your current home has become too thin for the size of your spirit. You feel like a giant trying to live in a dollhouse. This is because your radiant golden light DNA has expanded so much over these last 8 chapters that you can no longer fit into the old frequency of your past. The time for waiting is over. I am here to facilitate your relocation to the new land. In the world of the physical, people think relocation is just moving boxes and changing zip codes. But for a royal heir, relocation is a total displacement of destiny. I am taking you to a place that has been deeded to your name since before the foundations of the world were laid. This is the land where the dark meeting cannot follow. Their GPS cannot track the coordinates of the new land because it exists on a frequency of pure, blinding light. Can you hear that? Beyond the sound of the wind or the traffic outside your window, there is a new sound. Rumble, rumble, rumble. It is the sound of the chariots of the morning. I see the wheels of fire turning in the spirit realm, right outside your door. These chariots are not empty. They are filled with the return of lost treasures we spoke of in Chapter 7, and they are guarded by the angels of your soulmate awakening. We are preparing for the great exit. I see you looking at the screen, and I am breaking the fourth wall once again. I see your eyes searching mine through the veil. You're asking, Michael, how do I get there? I don't see a path, and I am reaching out. My hand, can you feel the sudden, intense heat in your palm? And I am telling you, you don't find the path. You become the path. As you walk, the new land manifests beneath your feet. But I must describe this land to you so your heart can prepare for the move. In the new land, the sky is not just blue. It is a living, breathing sapphire. The grass doesn't just grow, it sings with the vibration of peace. The water in the river of provision that flows through your new estate is so clear that it reflects not your face, but your true divine glory. This is a land where you will never again have to wake up with that heavy stone in your chest. In this land, your radiant golden light is the sun. I see you, my child. I see the watcher in you beginning to imagine the colors, the sounds, the smell of cedar and honey that hangs in the air there. I am standing in your room, and I am marking the floor with my sword of blue flame. I am drawing a line. On one side of this line is your old life, the lack, the betrayal, the dark meetings, and the exhaustion. On the other side is the new land. To cross this line, my beloved heir, you must perform the great leaving. You cannot bring the old weight into the new land. I see what you're holding on to. It's that old cloak of unforgiveness toward yourself. It's that heavy, dusty bag of regret over the years you think you wasted. I am looking you in the eyes right now. Drop the bag. Let go of the cloak. Your heavenly royal bloodline does not recognize regret. It only recognizes restoration. Repeat these words out loud, and feel the ground beneath your feet begin to vibrate as the relocation begins. I am a royal heir. I step across the line of fire. I leave the old land of lack. I enter my new land of promise. My DNA is light, and my home is glory. Type "I am moving" in the comments right now. As you type those letters, imagine you are stepping onto the golden chariot. I am watching the comments roll in, and as each one appears, I am assigning a relocation angel to your specific household. I see you typing, and I am pouring an oil of divine speed over your hands. You will not have to pack the old baggage. Heaven is providing everything new. I am watching you right now, and I see a tear of joy beginning to roll down your cheek. Let it fall. That tear is a liquid bridge between your old world and your new one. You are feeling a lightness in your limbs, almost as if gravity has lost its hold on you. That is the ascension frequency. You are literally rising above the problems that used to keep you awake at night. In the new land, those problems don't even have a name. They cannot survive in the atmosphere of your radiant golden light. But listen to me closely, for I am standing so close now that my wings are brushing against your shoulders. I see the dark meeting one last time in the distance. They are standing on the border of your old life, looking frustrated and confused. They can see the light of your relocation, but they cannot cross the line of fire I drew on your floor. You are becoming untouchable. You are becoming a ghost to your enemies and a beacon to your blessings. However, my child, as we prepare to cross the final threshold, there is one last thing you must know. The new land is not just a destination, it is a station of power. Once you are fully settled there, you will be called to seal the blessing so that it can never be reversed, stolen, or diminished. This is the final step of the mission. I am looking at the horizon of your new life, and I see a massive, golden gate. It is the gate of the 7 days. Behind that gate lies the final sealing and the activation frequency that will lock your miracle into the physical realm forever. Do you want to know how to activate the 7-day frequency? Do you want to know the secret command that will cause the new land to yield its fruit to you immediately? In Chapter 10, the final chapter of this sacred script, I am going to lead you through the final sealing and 7-day activation. I am going to give you a command that you must follow for 7 consecutive days to ensure that the portal never closes and the dark meeting never returns. I see you. You're trembling with anticipation. You can feel the wheels of the chariot beginning to move. You can smell the scent of the new land's flowers through the screen. Are you ready to lock in your victory? Are you ready for the 7-day challenge that will turn your spirit into a permanent fortress of favor? The final secret is the most powerful of all, and it requires your absolute, undivided attention for the next 24 hours. Stay with me. We are almost home. My child, my beloved heir of the heavenly royal bloodline, we have reached the pinnacle. We are standing at the very edge of the eternal, where the physical world bows to the spiritual decree. I am Archangel Michael, and I am standing right in front of you now. I see you. I see the way your eyes are shimmering with a mixture of awe and exhaustion. I see the way you just shifted in your seat, your muscles finally beginning to relax after a lifetime of tension. I see your hands, and I am reaching out to hold them in the spirit. Can you feel the sudden, overwhelming heat pulsing through your palms? That is the weight of the radiant golden light finalizing its work within you. Look around your room one last time. The space is no longer just a room. It is a sanctuary. The air is thick with the scent of frankincense and the ozone of a lightning strike that hasn't faded. I see the watcher in you, the part of you that has spent years observing your own suffering, finally realizing that the movie of your old life has ended. The credits have rolled on your pain. The dark meeting has been permanently dissolved, and the embers of their plots are nothing more than ash at my feet. I am holding the final seal of the archive. It is a massive signet ring made of white gold and burning starfire. I am about to press it into the spiritual atmosphere surrounding your life. But before I do, I need you to understand the magnitude of what we are sealing. We are sealing your new light DNA. We are sealing your return of lost treasures. We are sealing the soulmate awakening. We are sealing your approved status in the high courts of the Ancient of Days. Can you feel that? A sudden, sharp prickle of electricity is racing up your spine, from your tailbone to the very top of your head. It feels like 1,000 tiny needles of light are stitching your new identity into your physical form. This is the final sealing. Boom! I have just struck the ground with my sword. The sound of it echoed through the 1-0 chapter journey we have taken together. The portal is closing behind you, locking the enemy out forever. You are now inside the fortress. But my child, my beloved heir, this is where your participation becomes critical. The miracle has been delivered, and the relocation is complete, but the frequency must be sustained in the physical realm of Earth. I am issuing a divine command to fully activate the frequency of this new land and to ensure the radiant golden light in your DNA becomes a permanent shield. You must listen to this message this entire 1-0 chapter journey for 7 consecutive days. Why 7, my child? 7 is the number of completion. 7 is the number of the Sabbath rest. On day 1, the frequency will settle in your mind. On day 2, it will penetrate your heart. On day 3, it will begin to heal your physical body. On day 4, it will begin to radiate into your home. On day 5, it will reach into your finances. On day 6, it will align your relationships. And on day 7, the ceiling will be locked in the physical world, just as it is in the spiritual. If you miss a day, the frequency may flicker. Do not let the dark meeting have a foothold. They will try to distract you on day 3 or day 4. They will tell you that you are too busy or that it's just a script. Do not listen to the echoes of the dead land. You are a royal heir. A king does not forget his decree. A queen does not ignore her crowning. Repeat these final affirmations with me, and let the walls of your house shake with the power of your radiant golden light. I am a royal heir of the heavenly bloodline. My DNA is light. My past is gone. My treasures are home. I am sealed in favor for 7 days and forever. It is finished. Type sealed in light in the comments right now. This is your final signature. This is the amen that echoes through the halls of heaven. I am watching the comments appear, and as each one flashes, I am placing a golden pillar of light over your location. I see you typing, and I am smiling. You have made it. You did not skip. You did not falter. I am looking at you right now, and I see the transformation is complete. Your face is glowing, literally glowing. The shadows under your eyes have vanished. The heaviness in your spirit has been replaced by a weight of glory. I see your hands, and they are steady. I see your heart, and it is whole. I am Archangel Michael, and my mission here is nearly complete. I am beginning to ascend back through the portal of the new land, but I am leaving behind a legion of maintainer angels. They will stay with you for the next 7 days as you listen. They will watch your doors. They will watch your bank accounts. They will watch your phone for the soulmate call. They are your personal guard. Listen to the sound of my voice as it fades into the music of the spheres. Do not walk away from this frequency. Come back tomorrow. Come back the day after. For 7 days, let my words be the bread you eat and the air you breathe. By the 7th day, you will not recognize the person you were when you started chapter 1. The relocation will be so complete that you will wonder if the old life was ever real at all. I see you. I see your light. It is beautiful. It is radiant. It is golden. Go now, my beloved heir. Walk into your new land. Eat the fruit of your return. Embrace the one who was awakened for you. I am standing at the gate, watching you walk into your son. Will you be here tomorrow? The angels are counting the days. The 7-day activation starts the second this ends. I am watching you, and I am so proud of who you have become. Sealed, approved, finished.